So today we're going to be going through a game I played in Ranked about 2 weeks ago here. This game was in the Plymouth. I am playing in the Silver League, and this is actually the game that I rank out to rank 1 in this sprint session. So, looking at the lineup, we've got ourselves 3 battleships, 2 cruisers, and the 2 destroyers. I noticed the 2 destroyers are going to A. I'm lined up to go to C. We already got a radar going to A, so I decided to go to C. And looking at it, it's a good idea for me to do that. 1, nobody's going to cap it. Otherwise, Marco Polo might, but he could just get spotted and reset and never get the cap. And 2, chances are they split up the 2 destroyers. The way the Plymouth plays, it's a very stealthy ship. 9.2 detection. It's got the 9-kilometer radar, which allows you to basically just about stealth radar things. So if you pop your radar when you get spotted, likely it's coming towards you. You're going to catch them with your radar and be able to kill them. So this game is very interesting in that there's some very rare occurrences for me that happen in this game, and there's not a whole lot of so much good play for me, as far as it's basically a lot of bad play from both my team and the enemy team. So they're into B very quickly, so I realized very early on they likely have a destroyer there. The interesting thing is I'm looking at Argarian and Kitakaze going in front of the island there at Foxtrot 4, and that's a very risky play to do, considering that the enemy has 2 radar ships. It gets them into the cap, it gives good spotting against the enemy team, but if you get caught radared, spotted by an enemy destroyer, you have no options. You cannot turn back out. You're stuck against that island. And I noticed that's happening. They've turned away. The Petra's there. The Black's there. And the Garian's losing a lot of health. They managed to get behind the island without too much trouble. But I managed to cap C as our team is forced out of A as they dominate the A cap there, with the Black getting into the island and Argarian Kitakaze not being able to do that. I'm going to head out the cap here. I'm going to head up the 8 line, hopefully try and catch a destroyer napping as he comes to try and spot this flank. And hopefully I can turn this flank, maybe get into B. I see that there's at least 4 ships over at A, and I only see 1 ship at B. I know there's a destroyer there. I get spotted, pop the radar. There's the Holland. He gets caught, kind of bowing to me, so that means I get several salvos. Broadside to him, 11k on the first salvo. I do take some shots from something else. I assume that's an Alaska. He slows right down, manages to juke me a little bit here, but slowing down was not the best option for him as I finish him off here with this salvo. He just about dodged that one. Hydro flipped on because I know they're coming. He doesn't get them off in time. I'm able to speed around them. The nice thing is, Republique was behind the island, so I go dark immediately, so I have every option on what I want to do at this point. I don't have to dodge, I don't have to turn out, I don't have to try and break detection. I can just do what I want. Over in A, we've got the destroyers in a staring contest now. The Missouri's camped on the island. The GK and the Alaska look like they're pushing. It looks like it's going to be a decent push because the Petra, the Iowa, and the Pomeroy are kind of back behind the cap, and if they can come up one side of the island, they could get some good focus fire on there. So I'm thinking we might actually win at A, and we're already winning on the BC side. I obviously realize there's an Alaska back behind there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Our Marco Polo, he's taking sustained fire from the Alaska, so I decide, well, I've got the torps. The Republique's not going to spot me. Let's go see if we can kind of pincer this Alaska, and I'm going to try and get into the cap right on the other side of the island from him and see what he does. We've lost our Kitakaze over at A, and the push is starting to materialize. The Missouri's still camping the island. Garian's kind of doing some loops. But the Alaska and the GK are managing to start to push. I get radared by the Alaska. Not at a great time for me, but not at a great time for the Republique. He gets the 1 salvo off. And pretty quickly I'm going to get behind this island. He's not going to be able to do too much to me. Turn in, able to dodge that one. And I'm pretty much safe from him now. And not much damage to me as a result. Marco Polo's coming up. He's just about down to half health. I'm not thinking he's going to survive pushing the Alaska and the Republique, so my goal is to just try and chip in whatever I can and see if we can get B from them, see if he gets lucky on the Alaska. Our push starts to materialize. Our Garing decides to go on the other side of the island over at the A cap, and which isn't a great idea because the GK has decided to stop, and the Garing is pushing into Petro, Iowa Black, and I realize he's not going to last a whole long time there. Moscow's right on the other side from me, and he is going for the Marco Polo. He's not going to go around the island. He is charging straight at the Marco. Garing goes around, he gets killed. He manages to get the flesh wound, gets the trade on the Black, which is honestly a decent enough trade. Both teams are down their destroyers now. We're in A cap, and we're in B cap. We're, with the destroyers gone, we are in as good a position as we could possibly be in. However, our Marco is going to go down to the Alaska. There's not much he can do against the Alaska. The Alaska's got the fight dictated right here. He's turning in, not giving up much broadside. Marco's going down. But I'm continuing to cap this cap as he's left. They're going to get A cap, I'm going to get B cap, we're going to be up on points, we're going to be likely down a ship. Republique turns in, I need to get out of here fast, so I start popping out the smoke cloud before he's in my detection range to give me a chance to get out. Unfortunately, it's not a long smoke cloud, the ship's pretty sluggish, and I just got to go right now. I'm going to go directly when I'm broadside, which gives me a chance of turning away, but he is, he's got a good shot here at me. He misses, and I'm able to get out of here without too much damage. We have all the caps, and we are starting to tick up points. However, we are down the one ship. I'm in a bad spot. I've got a Repub coming into the island on the one side of B, and an Alaska behind the island on the other side of B. And both of them overmatch me. There's the Alaska Radar. He is not in a good spot. Republique is not in a good spot to take advantage of that, and I am able to just leave the cap. I know now where the Alaska is, popping my radar, and he's coming into the cap. I can just go out the east side now. I am not going to get pinchered by them, and the Republique, for whatever reason, is deciding to just leave. He is not going to charge me down, and I'd say that's a mistake on his part. But I think he realizes, no, there's a big push at A. The Alaska should be able to handle a Plymouth, which in all honesty, he should be able to handle a Plymouth. Alaska manages to recap B, radar's down, and now it's up to me to decide what I want to do. And the Republique is leaving, so I might be able to zone the Alaska out and either play Ring Around the Rosie with him or catch him with some lucky torps or something. So I decide I'm just going to head to the island there on the 8 line and wrap around it. I can see now that they are kind of pushing. The GK is now pushing through the A cap all by himself, meaning he is going to die, and they will end up having a sustained firepower of 4 ships on the remaining 2. My team is going to lose at A. So I have no idea where the Alaska is at this moment in time. He could loop around to the north and come back down the 8 line. He could just stay on that island there. He might come back, come through the south end of the cap chasing me, but he hasn't done it yet. So I think to myself, I was like, well, he's pretty cautious on the B cap, sitting behind that island when we pushed him last time. Maybe he's just going to do the same thing again. He's just going to sit there, hold the cap down. And so at that point I thought, well, we're going to head up, see if we can get behind him, see if we can get him into a kiting fight in some form or fashion, and see if I can get lucky and not get pinned and lose the trades. pop another heal. The GK is still alive, and he's now got a Missouri pushing up behind him, but I know it's only a matter of time before they whittle them down to and kill them. So as I come around the corner, there's Alaska. He took his sweet time getting around. I know I'm going to get spotted immediately. I might as well take the broadside shot. He's expecting to see me south. He does not expect to see me on his bow, and he's firing HE. It's my lucky day. I'm able to I'm just trying to shoot. I'm hoping that I can get shots at his turrets. Maybe. I don't know if I can knock them out or not. I'm going to take the chance. There's not much else to shoot at anyway, so I might as well try and knock them out if I can. He's continuing to shoot HE at me. He could absolutely obliterate me if he switches to AP. And so I keep giving him a little broadside just in case he does. That I hope he goes for the belt. He doesn't. He keeps shooting HE. So I turn around right in front of him. And I'm able to get the torps off. He doesn't need much. 2 torps kills him. He totally misplays it. Allows me to kill him and gives up the entire flank. Republique has turned back at this point. Missouri has died in front of A. GK, for some reason, has managed to stay alive. The Alaska is continuing to run. I've got to get into B cap, get it capped as fast as possible, because I know those ships, that GK is going to go down. The Alaska's gone down now. I've got to try and get as good of a point lead as I can and try and hold out for the win. GK goes down. We have A, we have C. I have a points lead, very tenuous points lead of 20 points, but I am going to be able to get into B and cap it before they can get anything back. All their ships are, for the most part, slower ships, except for the Republique, and they're in a long, far away position, and they aren't going to be able to contest the B and C cap for quite some time. So I'm going to be ticking up the 2 caps for quite a long time. At this point, I win in 3.5 minutes. Once I get B, they're going to get A. It's going to pretty much stay at that 3-minute mark. My guess is that the Republique, he's going to turn. He's either going to come chase me down at B, which is my guess, or he's going to go to C to cap. The Iowa, the Palmer, and the Petro, 1 or 2 of them is going to go to A. The other one's going to come across to B, likely. I decide, well, I'm just going to cap. I could try and go to C and try and delay and keep them away from the cap, but I figure that's kind of foolhardy against ships that overmatch me and will likely all be using AP. Something gets into the A cap a little behind me, so it's pretty much going to be even. I'm always going to have the 2 caps. They're always going to have the 1 cap. I tick up B. They're still ticking up A, but I'm still getting 2 caps to 0 right now. Every little bit of point gain matters. All they have to do is get into both of the caps and they will win or kill me. I decide to stay north of B and try and see what happens. I'm not sure what the Republic is going to do. My guess is he's going to go to C rather than B, and then I would assume the Iowa and the Palmer are going to come to B. So I'm just going to stick around there. I'll spot them first. I can run, I can stay away from them, and we'll see what happens. Minute and 40 seconds till I win. And if you weren't paying attention, yes, it's a solo warrior opportunity. And yes, you already heard me at the beginning of the match. I rank out in this game, so we know what's going to happen. But it's still intriguing enough that I wanted to record it and speculate some things. A minute 20. I know the Republic can get to either cap. I know he can get there. And if he had come into the middle of the map, Echo 6 area, I would have him spotted. And he's not there. So I think, well, he's got to be going for C then. And I wait. 50 seconds left. And oh, there's the Pommern. So I figure, well, the Pommern's there, and he was last spotted by the Iowa, so now that means the Republic should definitely be getting into C at this time. Meaning, I've got to keep them off of B somehow to get the win. I've got 30 seconds, and they're going to get one of these caps. Like, Repub's obviously going to get to C. And I think I've got lots of time for the Pommern to get to B. I should win it there. And B starts getting capped. What is in B? The Pommern and the Iowa were together. The Republic was well in front of them. So did the Republic manage to get it? No, the Iowa is way in front of the Pommern. And he snuck into the cap. Where's the Repub? Where did he go? What is he doing? I get the one reset on Iowa. It's only one ship in B as far as I can tell. The Pommern's blind fire me. 3 seconds to the win. I win. Where did that Repub go? Thanks to him, I get the second solo warrior of my WoW's career. And it's one of those solo warriors where you just run away for the win. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. You can feel free to catch me on Twitch, live streaming. I will post a link in my channel description below. You guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.